Hi, friends. Welcome to today's Divine Love Transmission. And today I've picked one of my very favorite decks. I've had it for a few years, the Oracle of the Angels, because angels are so important. They invite us into the precious, sweet connection that the divine wants with us. Yes, there are warring angels, protective angels, like Archangel Michael, of course, and Archangel Uriel and Archangel Metatron, just designed to be the helpers of humanity. Good morning, Lily. Or it's not morning, it's afternoon now. And so this Oracle of the Angels, it allows us a different view of God, a different view of the divine, because the angels have that servant heart to be here with us now and to enable us to receive what it is that the divine has for us. And so today it's like, what if our connection to the divine is just like a cell phone in the sense that static can get involved and can interfere with our ability to hear the message? And how many of us know what it's like to have a phone call broken up and have to say, "Can you hear me now?" And so I felt strongly in my spirit that that's what was going on for us today. That spirit is right there, always broadcasting love, always sending messages every minute of every day. Imagine if through your breath, every time you take a breath, that it's an expression of love to you. It's so common to have experiences of God's love, but we don't know how to receive it. And so we can walk around all lonely and depressed and feeling like nobody cares for me. And the reality is that the divine is overflowing with love at every moment. So today we're here for our 5-card love reading. And my request would be that you would open your heart and receive, because you are so loved. Let's take a look at our card number 1. Believe in dreams. As I look at this picture, it's very easy to see the large figure of the woman in the center of the painting, right? The beautiful sense that we are a blended being, that we are spirit inside of a human body. So when we do look at this picture, this card, what you can see clearly is the little tiny human down here. See the little human? And this is us in our limited thinking. We don't understand who we are as spirit beings. Many times you will, if you look into the work of Abraham Hicks, who I really enjoy, they talk about us being blended beings, that even though our humanity is right here, right now, and the humanity of us wants to know where that lover is, when are we going to become wealthier? When are we going to have our life better, right? So you guys come to readings like that, and that's not what this reading is about. This reading is about receiving for you. So each of you, Kalpana, Vishu, and Samriti, this is your card. The reason you're here today is to receive this special transmission of divine love for you. If you're ready for a personal reading, come back on Sunday. That's when I draw cards for the collective, okay? But what we're seeing here is that the dreamer inside of you is what I call your inner being. The being part of you, the divine spark within you, is bigger than you can understand, bigger than I can understand. See the infinity sign? This is the universe saying, I love you from now until forever. There is no separation from you and the divine. However, sometimes we can feel separated, because if we can't be with the person we want to be with, we feel unloved. Has that ever happened to you? Where no matter what you're wanting and you're trying to figure out why that person isn't answering you, or why aren't you loved, and the universe is knocking on your door and saying to you, that it's true that it seems odd that you feel so unloved at the moment, but the truth is the universe loves you deeply. Okay, so what you're wanting to do is you want to use your mirror. Get used to using your mirror to tell yourself, your little human self, that you are loved. When you stand in the mirror and you look in your own eyes and you say, even though I don't know how, I feel so loved by God right now. You're stating a process that is ongoing. You are deeply loved. The number here is 4. 4 is the number of stability. And as you rest in the reality of God's presence in your life, you will find more stability than you ever imagined. Okay, so that's our first card. Welcome everyone. Hi Jaswant, Bina. Oh my dear Bina, serving my community as a moderator. Everybody hit the heart button over there and just appreciate Bina, Magnificent Success, who's been with me for such a long time. Totally appreciate that. And Jaswant, I see that you're wanting a private reading, but I don't do those until Sunday. Okay, Sunday mornings I come on live and I draw cards for you specifically. But today it's the universe's turn. The divine wants to pour love out on you. Anybody want some love? I know I do. These readings are precious to me because the intention is so clear. The universe is saying, can you hear me now? So let's check out card number 2. Andrea, welcome, my friend. Thank you for coming to get your dose of vitamin L this morning. I appreciate you so much. Card number 2, light. Take a look. It's the full moon energy right now, and I'm feeling drawn to remind you that the full moon is all about releasing what no longer serves you. What I would suggest in order to step close to the divine in your life right now, this includes you, Jaswant. This could be your card. It's just up to you. If y'all want to claim this card, just type it into the chat. I claim this card for me, and it's done. Sometimes the disappointments of our past cause us to feel distrustful of the divine, as if we could take care of ourselves much better than God could, because God does not know what I have been through. Well, first of all, your spirit being, your inner being, is constantly aware of you and constantly in connected to you in ways that you cannot understand. So in order to take a step with the full moon energy right now, grab a piece of paper and write down, Crystal, excellent, just claim it right now. Hi, Eric. So if you write a list of everything that's disappointed you in the last month, just take some time. Somebody may have been mean to you. You may have been underpaid. You may have had so many lonely moments looking for a soulmate that you feel miserable. Well, write all that down. Find a safe place to have a ceremonial fire, and then allow yourself to release your old disappointments into the fire. As we celebrate these kinds of rituals for the full moon, we clear the way for better spirit communication. See that bird at the top, that sweet dove? Another symbol of the divine, showering our figure with love as they go through their fire ceremony. Because of the timeliness of the full moon, universe is calling us to release at least one thing. You can do it. One disappointment, one heartbreak, you choose it, and then have your fire ceremony, or shred your paper, or even crunch it up and throw it away. But as you release, as you let go of disappointments, you will be more deeply connected to the divine. Okay, thank you so much. I'm so excited to see you guys all here today. I see you popping that thumbs up in the corner. I appreciate you all so much for supporting my mission. Like I said, I do my readings for you guys on Sundays. You are more than welcome to come and hit me up, or you can listen to the replay from last Sunday. But for today, what we're doing is we are setting our GPS. We're setting our GPS on receive. These cards are for you. If you're in the collective right now watching it, it is for you, my dear friends. Let's take a look at number 3, our third card from the universe. Higher consciousness. This is a call. When it said, "Can you hear me now?" The universe has been calling you. Yes, you. You know exactly who that this message is for you because you just got hit with goosebumps. There is a great storehouse of, hang on. There is a great storehouse of inner knowing, of confidence that is waiting for you. This call that I put out there today, can you hear me now? The universe has been echoing this into your heart. Can you hear me now? Something with good luck. Can you hear me now? Something about being guided to the right decision where you felt you got a brainstorm, but it was the universe saying to you, can you hear me now? So whatever it is that is your dilemma, what is causing you to lose your peace of mind today? Pull it in. Your answer is in higher consciousness. What does that mean for the average listener? I have been a student of higher consciousness, or my better half, my divine self, my inner being. I've been on a search for probably, well, my whole life, I would say, because I did spend my childhood as a Catholic, and then I spent 20 years teaching Bible study. And now here I am today with this sure knowing that the only way I will find peace of mind is through my relationship with the divine. And meditation is a huge tool. Hi, David. Welcome. David, if you want a private reading, those are now done on Sunday. This reading is for you, David. It's for everyone within the sound of my voice. The universe is an equal opportunity soulmate. The universe is an equal opportunity lover of your soul. There is no human that has a better chance at connecting with the divine than you. You can choose it, and that's what we're being asked to do. What is it for you? Is it meditation? Have you wondered? Have you been curious? Is it something that there's a concrete, perhaps chanting? Many of you who are watching me, part of your tradition in your religion is chanting. Chanting puts you in a higher consciousness. That's why people do it. Meditation is an invitation to get to know your higher consciousness. Tapping, what I love to do, I wish Dr. V were here. He's one of my tapping people. When you tap, you get a pathway to higher consciousness. When you journal, there are so many tools that the universe has already provided. One of the tools is my voice. I can't explain why people like my voice. I spent many decades not liking my voice. It made me cringe to hear my own voice. How ironic that now, as your teacher, you can rest in the sound of my voice and you feel that vibe. You wouldn't keep coming back to this reading if there wasn't some natural magnetism here. And so, can you hear me now? The universe asks every day, in every minute. So this is an action card. What are some action steps you can take right now to deepen your relationship with higher consciousness. Go ahead and add it into the chat right now. Do you want to meditate? Would you like to explore meditation? Would you like to explore art? Would you like to explore music? All of these are avenues into our relationship with the divine. Are you willing to commit here in front of your other soulmates in waiting? What is it that you can do to deepen your relationship with higher consciousness? One of the things is just keep coming back. When you come back, this is like your daily dose of vitamin L. I'm here every day, different times of day to accommodate different schedules, but make comments. When you come to my channel, add your comment, share with your friends, help create a bigger mission when it comes to receiving love. Okay? The more love you give, the more love comes back to you. Thank you so much, Bina, for helping to explain to everyone. If you guys would like for me to draw you cards personally, there's nothing I would love better than to be your personal reader. It's very simple. You can check out the description box, of course. But my website is manifestfaster.com, and it has everything you want to know about me and more. There's a video that explains how I do what I do. There's a free resource called Start Here. And most importantly, there's a tab that says Ask Catherine. And I would love to hear from you. Come talk to me. Okay, meanwhile, back to our readings. Thank you for being here, each and every one of you. Let's go to card number 4. This is just a reading full of invitations, you guys. I love when I designed the thumbnail and thought about how hard it is to hear on some cell phones. I lived in Mexico for a few years, and the cell coverage was very weak there. And we were continually saying, "Can you hear me now?" The screen would be buffering and I couldn't hear them, or they couldn't hear me, or it sounds all right? So I feel like universe is using our technology to teach us a lesson. The door to the infinite comes from deep within you. Look at the vapor. So we have let me just set this down so I can use my pointer. You can tell that the teacher in me never goes to sleep. But as we have this swirling, beautiful light that is the universe, right? The universe contains us. The universe is divine. The divine is the universe. The divine created the universe. The divine is the creator. What's the fine line in understanding what divine consciousness is all about? Who are we as blended beings where our humanity is undeniable, but this strange spiritual hunger that we have, this strange idea that we have that other humans can meet our needs, that we could meet another human who is so perfect and loving that we have a better life. We have a better life because we have the good fortune of finding the right human. This was never the divine idea. The divine knows better because it's the divine. And we can only receive our soul satisfaction from the infinite. If you are let's see, how could I say it? If you feel like a beginner, even though you've known about God your whole life, but you don't feel connection. The only time you feel connected is with other humans, or perhaps with your dog. I can reach behind me and pet Murphy right now because he's right behind me. And the Spirit has given us these conveyors of love, but there's nothing like divine love. It never gets snarky. It never belittles us or betrays us. Divine love is perfection itself. When you purpose to open the door to the divine every day, your experience with your entire life will change forever. I can promise you that. I wish I had time to tell you all of the amazing stories that have happened as I have stepped closer and closer to finding God first. There's a Bible verse and there's probably a scripture in the Quran or in other scriptural books across cultures, and it is that seek ye first the kingdom of God, and everything will be added unto you, right? So, as a tiny sentence of reality in spiritual matters, what a beautiful promise. Once you open the door to the infinite, everything changes forever. This number 16 is this card number. You might want to Google the meaning, the spiritual meaning of 16. I believe that it will give you a very personal promise. All right, so let's take this away. We have one more card left in our Divine Love transmission. Thank you guys so much for being here and joining me. Who of us does not want to have more love? I mean, it's such a common goal. It's a deep, deep desire from the moment we were born as we make our way out of this life cycle to our ending days. We are in a constant search for the universe. We want to experience love. Unfortunately, some of us want money or humans to be our love source. And unfortunately, both money and humans are flawed because it is only the Spirit of God who can love you like you deserve. Let's take a look at our last card. Fulfillment. Again, this is a reading of invitation. You guys and me, and you have to remember that it was very selfish of me to create these readings. A complete work of self-absorption. Why? Because I spent decades unsure that I was loved by the divine. Even though I was in religion and I was deeply immersed in religious practice, I never felt the love of the divine. It was through hardship. It was through going through, like I say, I went to Cancer University, and it was a tough road of study. But when I graduated 17 years ago, I walked away into a healthy life. That schooling that I received at that scary University of Cancer was a life changer. There have been other events that have been deeply frightening for me, deeply concerning, worrisome. And it is from walking through that doorway of darkness and fear, I found the divine is very patient. And the divine is constantly saying, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? And waits patiently until we open those doors and walk through. Each one of the cards today is an invitation for you to step closer so that you can know that you're loved. I can create the curiosity, but I cannot create the action. Only you can do that. Hi, V. I'm so glad that you stopped with that question today. If you want an answer, a card pulled for that purpose, that's what I do on Sundays. But V, this is for you. This is not about what you're wanting. This is about what you are able to receive. When you walk through the door of truly knowing how loved you are, the fulfillment you feel is your gift from the divine. Once we are fulfilled with the divine, we become so magnetic. You can't keep good people away from you when you are focused on developing your divine relationship. It's a big promise, but the universe is more than able to fulfill it. Once again, we do see our figure here is walking out of a dark situation. See how this back here, where she's leaving, and gender doesn't matter, where she's leaving here, and she's walking into a whole new world. This full moon energy that's here today is October 7, 2025, and the full moon is pulling us and tempting us and teasing us to walk through this portal available for you every day, choosing to develop your relationship with the divine. These card readings are a help. If you love them, come back every day. A little vitamin L. Watch for meditations. Do a YouTube search. Meditate on the divine love of God. You will find meditations to use. You could even you could put into the search window of using Google or another search window, find a forum or a group chat on the love of God. The internet community can be a little iffy and a little mean-spirited, but it's also a place of the meeting of the minds centered on spirit. Now, I do notice something else here, so let's look deeply before we close. Can you see these two? They're figures. They could be doves, they could be fairies, they could be angels, but something is coming toward you this week. Two messengers. Today is Tuesday, 2 for Tuesday. But before the week is over, watch, listen, be ready. There are two messengers coming into your life this week from the divine. They may say something to you that strikes you as odd. They may look you in the eye and simply value you or explain how important you are to them. Be open. The universe wants for you to have fulfillment. However, we need to start with basics. Are you aware of how loved you are by the divine? That is step number 1 on the road to fulfillment. All right? If you're just joining me, do yourself a favor and go back and listen from the beginning, because each reading here has been an invitation. The universe is calling you every day. We don't know how to answer. We don't recognize the language of spirit, but spirit never gives up. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? The constant refrain. Goosebumps are a language of spirit. Chills, yawns. The language of spirit is very tangible. Goosebumps, I used to think goosebumps were just because you're cold. It took me till I was 50 years old to understand that goosebumps are a signal from spirit. And you know what it means? Stop and pay attention. When you goosebump, the message is, wait, stop. What's going on right now? Because God is trying to reach you. Okay, so what a great set of readings. I am so excited. So let me just refresh. We had fulfillment, believe in dreams, door to the infinite, light, and higher consciousness. Each and every one an invitation from the divine for us to dive deep. Follow me. I'm doing it. Doing these readings every day, like I said, is selfish because it makes me tune in to the love of God every single day. And I'm so glad you're joining me. Oops. The biggest hug to you all today. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for sharing this reading so that more can participate. Let's go out and feel more love today, okay? Remember to come back Sunday. Nia, come back Sunday. That's when I release my readings on live for the collective for your personal needs, okay? So again, if you're curious, if you want more, just email me, patternbreakertarot@gmail.com, and I will be more than happy to respond to you. Take care, my friends. Go forth and prosper, and let's say yes. When the universe says, can you hear me now? Let's say, yes, I can hear you now.